What's up, guys? I Formulate. If you read the title, you know we're going to making a tier of my top Silent Hill games that I played. So the tiers we're going to start off with is Silent Superb being the best Silent Hills that I played, the top of the list, top of the tier. We got Silent Good, the good ones. We got Silent Fun, kind of like a C tier, like they were fun to me. The Silent Meh, that's where we're getting to like the C's, like it was just meh. Silent Trash, garbage, and then we have the tab just Silent Hills that I haven't played yet, because there are a couple on this list that I have not played. Actually, a lot of them. There's a lot of these I don't even know what they are. Like this one right here, I don't even know what this is. Looks like the Pachinko thing. I don't know. So let's start off with the ones I haven't played yet. We have not played Book of Memories. I never got a PlayStation Vita, so I have not played Book of Memories yet. I'm trying to get a hold of that somehow. Let's start off with what really started the series, what started all back in 1999, Silent Hill. This game, played as Harry Mason. For the time when it came out, 1999, phenomenal. Top of the list. This, to me, I'm going to put it in the good tab for now. I'm going to get a lot of hatred for not putting in the Silent Superb. In this game, like 1999, I understand there's just some scenes in the game, specifically talking. I don't want to spoil much through this video at all. If you haven't played Silent Hill, if you haven't played any of them, go play them now. Today. Absolutely phenomenal. Great franchise. Konami. What the fuck, man? Everyone's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, Capcom, this is why Konami needs to sell Silent Hill to Capcom, because Capcom will either A, remaster them, which a lot of you have different thoughts of remastering Silent Hills, which I understand why, but it also opens the door to create a new Silent Hill. Konami's done with it. They got the pachinko in the casinos. They don't give a fuck. They're not making a Silent Hill game. They don't give a shit. Okay, it is what it is. It's done. Move on. So, I'm putting in Silent Good. It's a great game. It's phenomenal. And for a game in 1999 to create that fog, let me give you some backstory on that. They actually originally added the fog to Silent Hill because back then the graphics, it was a problem. There's a specific scene in Silent Hill where there's a doghouse and it was just really weird. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's weird. It was bad. Combat in it's great. The story is phenomenal. Harry Mason, love the dude. Love the dude to death. The game's fucking phenomenal. What can I say? If I was like 13, 14, 1999 playing that game, oh my god, would scare the absolute shit out of me. And it still does to this day in many ways. So it's going to Silent Good. I will explain why momentarily. On to the next, which Silent Hill 2, which came out in 2001, I believe. This one, where's Silent Hill 2? This one, to me, it's either going to go the Superb or the Silent Good. I'm gonna get shit for this tier, and that's okay. That's completely okay. I'm gonna put it in the Silent Superb. You play as James Sunderland. This game specifically, I'm putting in the Superb category because the iconic Pyramid Head was introduced in this. We're gonna be talking about Pyramid Head throughout this video, for sure, because Pyramid Head is only from James Sunderland's nightmares. It's only from James Sunderland's story. Moving on. For now. Don't want to spoil anything in there. If you know what Heaven's Night Bar is, I have a strong connection with that. I love it. I loved everything. The map was phenomenal. Silent Hill 2 it's superb. Fucking superb. They do have some definitely weird dialogue. A lot of weird dialogue. But it was in 2001. You gotta take it with a grain of salt, okay? Eddie. You'll find a lot about Eddie. He's weird. Loves pizza. Loves the fucking pizza. Not gonna spoil anything. And the little girl that she seems like a little shit. She seems like a little shit in the beginning of the game, but you find out her backstory, and you end up liking her just because it's all these Silent Hill games, but you find so much more of these other characters' backstory and how, like, why they're in Silent Hill, and it's just really sad. It's another thing with all these games, they have multiple endings, some 3, some 5, some 6 endings. It's great, phenomenal. replayability in all of them for sure, but Silent Hill 2 introduces them. The nurses are great, scary. The hospital in these games, oh my, it's my favorite part to play through in any of these games for sure. So, Silent Hill 2 is superb. It's my second favorite Silent Hill game ever. It was that good. I remember first playing through the boat scene. Like I said, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but the boat scene in Silent Hill 2, I spent so long on it just because I'm like, where the fuck am I rowing to? But the fog was amazing, and that atmosphere was great in that as well. Silent Hill 3, gonna get shit for this. I know I am. A lot of you just think it's alright. A lot of you think it's B tier, C tier. Listen, out of all these games that I played, Cheryl, which it's really Cheryl Mason. Her backstory, her character intrigued me the most. I thought she was the most interesting character. Silent Hill 3 for me was the combat really, it stepped up from Silent Hill 2. The tension with all the dogs. There's so many more dogs in this game. The roller coaster, the amusement park map, the haunted house scene. The haunted house was phenomenal. This game, top of the list for me. It's my favorite game of Silent Hill ever. It's great. I've replayed it like 4 times. I still have the same opinion. No spoilers. But the reason I put Silent Hill 1 down in Silent Goods because of what you find out in Silent Hill 3. And that whole scene was just weird. It was like, why? Like, just this way? Like, finding it out that way is just weird. Like, why? I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. The ending, one of the hardest boss fights I fought in any Silent Hill games is in Silent Hill 3. It's great. Like I said, go play it. It's top of my list. I love it. Okay. Silent Hill 4 came out on PS2. It's called The Room. You play as, it's completely different from, like, Silent Hill 2's plot is completely different from 1 and 3. 1 and 3 go together. 3 is a sequel to Silent Hill 1. Silent Hill 2 has its own story with James Sunderland. Same with Silent Hill 4, The Room. You play as Henry Townsend. It's a whole different plot. Basically, just tries to escape his apartment. And Silent Hill 4, you still have that third-person view. Puzzles were great. I liked it. It's going in silent fun because it was good. I don't think it's in superb. I don't think it's compared to Silent Hill 1. It's gonna go in silent fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, wasn't bad. Definitely wasn't bad. It's just they could have done a lot more with it, and it was good. It was fun. Moving on. Silent Hill Origins, I believe it came out in 2007. So we got a 3-year span here. All right, I found Silent Hill Origins. Honestly, to me, it was meh. It was meh. It came out originally in 2007 on the PlayStation Portable, aka PSP. I actually ended up playing this on a PS2 emulator on my computer. Origins wasn't bad. It was a prequel to Silent Hill 1. No spoilers. It was alright. I mean, it's definitely worth a play if you have an emulator on your PC. Definitely worth a play. I wouldn't go out of my way buying a PSP and buying the game. I wouldn't. So it's going in the meh because it was just meh. All right, 2009, the first Silent Hill game and the only game to be released on the Wii. 2009, if you remember, the Wii just came out and it was fire. The Wii was just hot. It was great new experience, and it was awesome. Shattered memories for me. I'm putting it in the fun category. I really think I thought it was fun. Once again, it eventually got ported to the PlayStation 2, I believe in like 2009, 2010, I believe. It was ported to the PS2, but it was really fun. You play as Harry Mason, and it's a reimagination of Silent Hill 1. It introduced new characters. Not going to spoil anything, don't worry. But it reminded me of visuals like M. Night Shyamalan. It reminded me of M. Night Shyamalan. Like, if M. Night Shyamalan made a fucking game, that's what he would have made. Shattered Memories, it was good. It was fun. I enjoyed it. But yeah, with that being said, let's move on. Moving on to Silent Hill Homecoming. This came out on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in 2008, 2009. Silent Hill Homecoming, to me, it's going in the meh category. I'm hesitant on fun and meh. Ooh. I'm hesitant on the fun and meh, because it was fun. I'm putting it in the fun. This is hard to me because I love the combat in this. The combat in this, I had a lot of fun with it. You play as, this is a completely different plot as well, completely different storyline. You play as Alex Shepard, or basically retired Marine, I believe, Special Forces, whatever. And he's looking for his younger brother. And he goes back to Silent Hill, and like I said, the combat was awesome. The nurses were smoking hot in this. Honestly, I'm keeping in the meh because you know what? There's a plot twist that was kind of obvious to me. I don't know if it's gonna be obvious to other people. It was obvious to me. And there's this thing that looks like Pyramid Head, and it's called the Bogeyman. It's called the Bogeyman, which, once again, I'm gonna bring this up. Pyramid Head, I know it's the iconic monster from Silent Hill. It's an iconic mascot. It should only be part of James Sunderland's story. That's my problem here. Like, Pyramid Head is James Sunderland's nightmare. It's in his storyline. It shouldn't be in Alex Shepard's, which it's the Bogeyman, which I guess is not really the Pyramid Head, but it's copycat. Got a copycat killer here. I don't like that. It's going in the mad category because of that. The story wasn't too bad, and for the time being, the graphics looked really good, and the combat was smooth. I love the combat in this. I do. I'm hesitant on putting in the fun because of the Bogeyman and because the plot twist was kind of obvious. It's going the med, staying there. It wasn't bad. Like I said, moving on. Got Silent Hill PT is going to be, it's going to be a good one. Okay. Silent Hill Downpour came out in 2012. It's going in the trash category. Before I say anything, it's going into the trash category. If you played it, you know. So basically, you play as Murphy Pendleton. Once again, it's a different storyline. I'm okay with it. I get it. 2012. You're thinking like the graphics, all right. Like Skyrim came out in 2010. The graphics were pretty good for that. 2012, and like each year since the 2010s, like the games were getting better and better graphically, like humongously. And Downpour, to me, it was bland. The environment was very bland. I'm not going to trash this game completely. I did like how this game made the weapons degrade and made you, there was so many weapons like a hammer, wood planks, other stuff like that. And your weapons actually degraded, and it forced a new challenge on yourself to like, oh shit, I got to pick up new items. But the combat sucked in it. Other than that, the combat sucked in it. Like, there weren't many weapons of choice. They were all melee. All melee, almost. It's just, I found myself running more than wanting to combat, which is fine because, to be honest, in Silent Hill 2 and 3, like, you ran a lot because you needed to conserve your ammo for the boss fights. But even with the boss fights, I had a hell of a time with those games because I used a bunch of ammo. But with Downpour, it's just, you're running from combat 90% of the time, and the storyline, storyline's meh. The visuals, it's 2012. I had high expectations for this. This was actually the most recent one I played, and I was disappointed. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it at all. And it's going in the silent trash category where it belongs. Keep it there. Moving on. Silent Hill PT. If the game was fully released, I'd put it in the superb. But we're going to put it in the good category. Does it belong in the good category? Probably not, because it's just a demo. Let me tell you about the PT. So much potential, so much. This demo itself inspired so many game developers to create their own PT-inspired horror games, and that's incredible on its own. I don't know why people trash these inspired PT games, because Konami's not going to release it. Enjoy these developers making inspired games like this. Visage, If you never played Visage, whatever you pronounce it, go play it. It's phenomenal. It's the closest thing to PT I can. Oh, Visage is great, awesome. PT brought so many new things. Just the atmosphere was 100%, 10 out of 10. PT is going the good because it had so much potential and never released. That's the biggest story of Silent Hill franchise, unfortunately. And you know, if Capcom took it over, they'd probably make a new Silent Hill. PT's gone, long gone in the recycle bin. It's trash now. I'm putting in the good category because the demo was phenomenal and it could have been so much more. It's not. It probably would have been superb at the full game release. Honestly, it probably would have been the best Silent Hill, in my opinion. I should have put it in the fun category, but we'll leave it in the good. Now, I don't know what that is. Is this the collector's cut? I don't know. What's that one? Shattered Memories? I don't know what that one is. It looks like we did Book of... I haven't played Book of Memories. This looks like the Silent Hill collection, which, I mean, it's going the fun category because it really just basically remaster of Silent Hill 2 and 3, which, and it's 2 games in one. It's just, like, cool. You know, cool. So it's in the fun because cool. That, I don't know what that one is, and Silent Hill 2 looks like the collector's cut. I can't read these. I don't know what they say. But that's my Silent Hill tier. Silent Hill 3 is my favorite. Cheryl Mason's my favorite character of any game. Let me know in the comments below what you guys, what you think of my list and what Silent Hill games are your favorite. Tell me which ones you think are trash. But I'll leave a link down in the description below for the same Tiermaker. If you want to do it, send me pictures on my socials, Twitter. Go ahead. Show me your Tiermaker list. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more Tiermaker lists, let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video.